So as a beginner creating a shipping plan on Amazon for the first time, you're met with a lot of unfamiliar terminology. In this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate through the shipping plan creation process so you don't make any mistakes which can cause delays with your inbound shipments. Stick around. What's up guys? Crescent here. On this channel, I share tips and strategy videos just like this one on how to succeed on Amazon private labeling. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Let's get started. Okay, so beginners typically realize something in their shipping plan isn't right when they suddenly notice numbers that don't add up, information that doesn't make any sense, or wildly inaccurate FBA fee estimates. This is typically caused by entering the wrong information or selecting the wrong options, which are the most common areas of confusion and mistakes that I see beginners make. So let's jump right in and go through the steps of creating a shipping plan. All right, and the first thing you're going to want to do is going to go to Seller Central and click on your inventory tab. And next to your listing that you've already created, you're going to click on the drop-down menu and choose Send Replenish Inventory. All right, now what you're going to want to do here is if this is your first time creating a shipping plan, you're going to create a new shipping plan. Okay, and then you're going to enter your manufacturer's warehouse address. Now, overseas addresses can get a little bit confusing because especially in China, they're going to have a province, a district, and a city associated to their address. So make sure you ask them to clearly identify their address and label them correctly so you can enter it into the shipping plan. Okay, because the shipping plan is going to ask you for those specific details. All right, and so now under packaging type, this is where a lot of beginners make their first mistake, whether they choose individually packed product or case packed products. For private label products, 99% of the time, you're gonna choose individually packed. And here's why, because there's less restrictions, okay? Individually packed means inside that shipping carton, you can have different amount of units inside each shipping carton, and you can have different products altogether inside each shipping carton. There's no restrictions, all right? Whereas case packed products is very defined and specific. It has to have the same amount of units inside every shipping carton. So if there's 100 units in one, there has to be 100 units in all of them. And all the units have to be exactly the same. So if you have different variations, like if you're selling different colored t-shirts or something, you can't do that, okay? Everything inside one carton has to be the exact same. So there's rare instances where as a private labeler, you would be doing case packed products. 99% of the time, you're gonna choose individually packed, and this is gonna save you some headaches later on in the shipping plan process, okay? So click continue. Okay, so now you're gonna put in how many units that are coming from your supplier. All right, so let's just say you ordered 500 units. You're gonna put 500 here. So just in case you're not sure what a unit is one item that you're selling. So when someone buys something, what are they getting? Whatever they get is a unit. So it doesn't matter if you're selling one single item or a bundled product, the whole bundle is still one unit versus one product is still one unit, okay? So if you have 500 units coming from your supplier, you're gonna put 500 here. Click continue. Now, here's where Amazon's asking you if there's any preparation that needs to be done by Amazon. For the most part, your supplier is gonna take care of all the work for you. You're not gonna need any work from Amazon, so you're gonna skip past this and just click continue. Now here's where you're gonna need to choose who is gonna apply the Amazon FNSKU labels. There needs to be one FNSKU label on every single unit that you sell. So what Amazon's asking you here is who's gonna put this label on there? Are you or is Amazon? Now you means you as the merchant. So it doesn't mean you physically doing it. That means are you gonna take care of it? So you can have your supplier do it or you can do it yourself. So in this case, you're gonna choose merchant. You are the merchant, okay? And in most cases, you're gonna just have your supplier either print it directly on the unit or put a sticker on each unit for you. Now, if you haven't already, here is where you can download the FNSKU labels in a variety of different sizes and formats, okay? So you can pick one, download it, and send it to your supplier, and they'll use that to print onto your units. Now, if your supplier isn't doing it and you don't want to do it yourself, such as have the units shipped to your home and then you stick them on yourself, you can have Amazon do it, but Amazon's gonna charge you 20 cents per unit. So now click continue. Okay, so now it's just going to verify that your information is correct. Where it's coming from, the address, any preparation that's involved, and the fees involved with it. Okay, and then how many units and where it's going. Now, Amazon determines the warehouse or warehouses that your shipment is going to go to. You have no choice over that. All right. Now, here's what we can call, you can name your shipping plan something so you can easily remember what it is, just in case you have more than one shipping plan at the same time. Okay, so you can call it whatever you want. For example, let's just call this one garlic press. Garlic presses. All right. Now here you're going to click approve shipment. Now you can see here that all your information is in here. Garlic presses. This is the shipment ID and how many units is coming, and it's telling me that it's going to ship to Dallas, Texas. Okay. So now what you're going to do here is you're going to click on work on shipment. And you're going to choose small parcel delivery. Rarely you're going to use this less than a truckload. Okay. And here for choosing your shipping carrier, it doesn't matter what you choose here. This is for your own personal reference. So if you don't know, or your supplier doesn't know yet, or it's a courier that's not on this list, it doesn't matter. Just pick one or choose other. Okay. Now, here's where you're going to have to get some information from your supplier. Once your supplier has finished manufacturing, they're going to be able to tell you how many shipment cartons there are for your units. So for example, if you ordered 500 units, your supplier is going to tell you that we put them all in one carton or multiple cartons. And if it's multiple cartons, how many units are in each carton. You also need the size and weight of each carton. Okay, so let's just say it's in multiple cartons. So you're going to choose multiple. And what you're going to do here is you're going to enter the information that your supplier has given you. Okay, so here it's saying for my product, I'm shipping in 500 units. Now it's asking me how many units are in each box. Okay, and how many boxes are there? So for example, let's just say there's 5 boxes and there's 100 units in each box. Then I'll put 100 units and there's 5 boxes. So the total quantity should be the same as what I'm shipping. Those should match. Okay, and the box weight is how much does each box weigh, not the total. So let's just say each box weighs 25 pounds. Okay, and you enter the box dimensions here. So let's just say let's make something up, 18 by 16 by 12. Okay, that's it. Now let's just say you have a differing amount of units in the box. So let's just say, for example, instead of 100 units in 5 boxes, just say there's 100 units in 4 boxes, and then there's another box that has 50. Okay, and it only weighs 10 pounds, so it's a smaller one. So it says 12 by 8 by 8, and there's 2 of those. Okay, so now this adds up to 500. Make sense? Now, if you choose case packed, you're not going to be able to do this, and that's where a lot of people make that mistake and they get stuck. That's why you want to choose individually packed, so that you have this flexibility to be able to configure and customize your shipment boxes as they come in. Now, you're going to hit confirm. Okay, now this is where you're going to print out your shipping labels. These shipping labels are going to have the address that it needs to go to, and they need to go on the specific boxes that they correlate to. Okay, you can see here that I have 6 boxes, right? There's 4 with 100 units in each one, and 2 boxes that have 50 units in each one, for a total of 6 boxes. And saying that right here, number of boxes 6. Okay, so I can print these box labels. And what I'm going to do is I'm not actually going to print them. I'm just going to save it. I'm going to email this to my supplier, and there'll be 6 labels in there. And my supplier is going to need to know that 4 of them go on the big boxes and the 2 other labels go on the smaller boxes. Make sense? And once that's done, I click complete shipment. And once it's shipped from my supplier, I can come in here, enter the tracking number for each one. It's not necessary, but for my own tracking purposes, I can enter it in here and have it recorded in the shipping plan. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Now keep in mind, if you've made a mistake with the shipping plan, you can't delete it. So just ignore it and create a new one. So don't get hung up in that you made a mistake, you entered some information wrong. Just ignore the old one, make a new one, start all over, and then print out the correct shipping labels and send them to your manufacturer. All right? Now, if you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments below. And here's a bonus tip for you. So sometimes, depending on how many units you're shipping in, Amazon is going to split up your shipment to several warehouses across the country. Now they do this so that they can provide efficient 2-day shipping to people around the country. Some suppliers may charge you more for having to split up your shipments. Now keep this in mind that if they do charge you more, you do have the option of having all your units shipped to one warehouse by changing an option in your settings. Now you go to Settings, Fulfillment by Amazon, and under Inbound Settings, you're going to change Inventory Placement option. So click on Edit, and you're going to change this to Inventory Placement Service, okay? And this will send it to one warehouse. But keep in mind, Amazon's going to charge you a fee per unit, okay? And you can click on this here to find out what those fees are. And sometimes it's going to cost way more than just paying the extra shipping costs from your supplier. So keep that in mind. And lastly, I want to mention one other mistake a lot of beginners are making is they're entering the wrong size and weight information in the incorrect fields. Make sure when you're creating the shipping plan that when it asks you for your unit size and weight, that the unit size is your product size and weight dimensions, okay? And when it's asking you for your box or carton size and weight dimensions, that's your shipment box that all your product is in that it's being shipped with, okay? A lot of beginners will mix up the two and they'll realize that they made a mistake when their estimated FBA fees are huge, like $50, $60. That's because they used the carton size and weight and entered that into their unit size and weight field, okay? Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe and click that notification bell so you can catch new videos when they're released. And if you're looking for more tips and strategy videos, click or tap over here. There's also a link in the description to our community forums, which you should totally join. And as always, thanks for watching.